Hey, and welcome to the Jessica Paul podcast. I'm your host, Jess Paul, actress, manifestation expert, and mindset coach. And I'm here to share with you all of my secrets on confidence, success, and the magic of manifestation. If you're ready to dive in deep and see more success in your career, more money in your bank account, and more love in your life with a whole new level of freedom, then you're in the right place. I'm letting loose on everything you need to take back control of your life, up-level your mindset, and tap into your manifestation powers. I'm so excited that you're here. Hello, you gorgeous souls, and welcome back to the JP podcast. It is I, Jess Paul, here to help you manifest the life of your dreams. And I'm excited about today's episode, guys, because it's a solo episode, and I love just sitting here in front of this microphone and just brain splurging about everything. And I just know that this episode is gonna, hopefully get you all feeling super energized, super freaking ready to take on your life and your career, because that's how we all want to feel, right? And we deserve to feel that way. So anyway, before I get into today's episode, I'm gonna do another quick sponsor, because this week, guys, I announced that my 5-day manifestation challenge is coming back, right? This is a free challenge. I've done this challenge a number of times now, and it's gone down an absolute treat. And so basically, over 5 days, guys, I'm going to be teaching you all the tips and tricks on manifestation, on how to call in your desires, and I'm going to be going live with you every single day. So starting this Monday, guys, Monday the 29th, get yourselves inside my Facebook group, because it's all going off in there, and it's just going to be a week, 5 days full of magic, 5 days full of energy, 5 days full of knowledge that you can use for your own life and for your own career, and start implementing, actually use these actionable steps. And guys, this is all completely for free, right? You're getting all of this. You're getting 5 days worth of knowledge from me for free. And you're not even just getting that. There's also going to be a winner at the end of it, okay? So if you enter into this challenge and you get involved and you show up every day, then you're going to be in for the chance of winning an exclusive gift from me. And I'm very excited about it, and I can't wait to give it you all. And basically, just come and do it for yourself. If you know that you want to step up now, if you know that you want to make 2022 your year, then get yourself involved in these challenges, in these containers, and just absorb it all and absorb the energy, because it's honestly where you need to be if you want to up level. So I'll put all the links in my show notes, and I'll hopefully see you all there this Monday. We're going to be going live at 6 p.m. every day, guys. And like I said, if you're new to this work, if you just come across me, or if you've been following me for a while and you want to dive in deeper, then this is the place to be. So I can't wait for 5 days of magic and for you all to start seeing the results and calling in everything that you want. Okay, guys, let's get into today's episode. So, I made a few notes for today's episode, and then I've just chucked them away, basically, because I'm just going to speak from the heart here, because this has been something I've been doing recently myself. And basically, it's all about leveling up, right? Leveling the fuck up in your life, in your career, in whatever it is, but just taking it that one step further. And I just want to chat to you today about what the key is to really make that happen for you. So one thing you should know about this work and about this way of living is that we are constantly leveling up in our life, in our career, in whatever it is we're doing. We never stop leveling up, and we should never want to, but also it's actually an inevitable part of life that we expand and that we grow and that we reach these new heights in our life, because that's what we were put on this earth to do, right? So it doesn't matter where you are in your journey, When I first started this work, guys, I was incredibly low. I was in a very low place. All I needed in that time was to manifest self-love. I needed to manifest that foundation for myself in order to go off and create everything else that I've created in my life, right? And since that moment, it's just been this constant up-leveling process. Before I started this work, I was still expanding. I was still going through contrast, a lot of it, but I wasn't quite reaching the heights I wanted to reach because I wasn't doing the inner work. I didn't understand what my belief system was, what, my energy was, and all of this. And now, since doing it, the up-level is happening again and again and again, right? And it's a cycle, okay? So basically, guys, I've just reached a point where I'm at another stage of up level. And whenever I'm at another stage of up level, sometimes it can feel really messy. And what I mean by messy is that it can sometimes just be that stage where you've got maybe a lack of clarity, or like you're trying to figure out what to do next. There's a lot of figuring out going on. Maybe those feelings of frustration come back in again because you're like, I just don't know why, but I need to do something more. That I need to, expand more in a certain area of my life. And that's that messiness that I mean. And it can sometimes feel a bit overwhelming. But like I said, we are all in different stages of our life right now, and we're all experiencing different things. And for some of us, where, you might be feeling really low, like I was back then, and you might be thinking, do you know what, I just need to manifest that self-love, that empowerment, that confidence again, to feel like I can go out and take on the world. But for some of you, you might be like, okay, no, I've done a lot of work on that. I'm feeling high vibe. Like I know what it means to manage my vibration, and like I'm feeling confident and empowered, but I want to make more money now, or I want to see more career success, or, these job opportunities to come in. And regardless of where you are at, guys, in your life, the up-leveling process feels the same. Like, believe me, it feels just as messy, and just as hard, to be honest. Like, every time you up level, like it never actually gets easier. You just get better at managing it, and you get quicker at it when you really learn these processes and these techniques with manifestation. So that's kind of like where I am right now. So I'm in a stage where I'm like, okay, well, I've created a 6-figure business. I've done really well in my acting career. So what's next for me? Like, what's happening next? And remember, you're allowed to feel this way because it is a constant process of expansion, like I said before. So like our life in this physical reality is meant for growth and expansion and leaning into that. So like it's completely fine that you get to these points in your life where you feel that way. And these up-leveling moments, guys, they can happen a lot, like often. Like for me, I've noticed it's kind of like a quarterly thing, like in the year, like every quarter of the year, I'm like, right, okay, what next? And it's like, you've got to acknowledge that for yourself, and you've got to know that that's okay to feel that way. Because you will feel it. You'll feel it in your body, right? You'll feel this resistance come up, this kind of slight frustration feeling of like, I know I want more. You know how I was saying before about that kind of lack of clarity, but like knowing that you are meant for more in any area of your life, right? And the only reason you feel this way is because you're signaling something vibrationally to the universe, and you haven't got it yet, right? So it's whenever you feel this resistance coming in, and it's kind of, in a way, it's telling you are going to take it to your next level very soon. But whenever you feel it, it's your opportunity to go, right, I'm going to go back into the inner work. I'm going to do this work again, because that's what's going to help me get there to that next level. So for me, guys, just as like a little life update, like, really, I'm going through this up-leveling process again, but specifically within my acting career. So, like I said, there's lots of different areas in your life that you can up-level in. Like, only like 3 months ago, I was up-leveling in my love and relationships. I was doing lots of work around that and figuring shit out there, But like, In specifically for me at the moment, it's my acting career. And obviously a lot of you know I'm an actress too. I'm really freaking open about that because I coach so many actors. And it's actually really beautiful how my expansion has happened and the growth as an entrepreneur and becoming that successful business owner, but then also having this successful acting career alongside it, because they work so beautifully together, and getting to coach so many amazing creatives within their creative fields too. But for me, it's something that is very much there at the forefront of my life because I freaking love it, you know? And for me recently, I've just had a little sit down and I've been like, okay, something needs to happen in that area of my life and I need to figure out what that is. So I've been doing so much shadow work around this subject, and you know, like we've just come through another full moon, and it was a really powerful full moon, and that's really a time where we do sit back and we do reflect and we do this shadow work around the things that we need to in our life at that time. And for me, it's been really focused on that. And I have been journaling through things for myself. And it kind of all comes back to one thing, guys. Whenever you are trying to up level in your life or in your career, you just have to be able to tell the universe that you can fucking handle it, right? So whenever we're going through this transition period, we're basically doing things that are unknown to us, right? We want to expand and grow, but in order to do that, we have to be a different person. We have to become a different version of us to get to that point, right? Because you can't change your life and not change yourself, right? You can't change like the circumstance around you without changing your inner world. So it's really a case of when you get to that point, it's going, right, okay, I need to be ready for this. And basically what happens is when you want to up level and you're sending those signals out to the universe to say, okay, I want more from this certain area of my life, the universe is going to freaking give it to you, right? The universe gives you what you ask for, and it's going to appear in lots of different ways. So opportunities will arise, miracles will start happening, just depends whether you see them or not, right? And what can tend to happen is that when we've signaled this and when we are being thrown a load of stuff in the process. So let's say, for example, you know, within my acting career, I've started to manifest all sorts, right? Because I've started to focus my energy in that area. So certain people are coming into my life that are helping me in this area. And, you know, I manifested a free showreel scene recently, which I now have to go off and write and figure out. And, you know, I've started a new acting class, which is opening up so many doors, but it's very full on. It's every week. And I've booked new headshots and I'm sending out emails and I've got castings. And, you know, you suddenly start to realize that there is a lot going on. And this is when it can start to feel a little bit stressful and a little bit overwhelming. And this is where we start to question ourselves, right? So this is where all of that doubt starts creeping in. Like, do I really have time for this? Do I really have the energy for it? Like, am I really ready for it? And like for me, like personally, you know, I'm running a business and I've got responsibilities there, and you know, I've got lots of other things going on in my life, and now suddenly all of these doors are opening up for me within my acting career. I've had this kind of like signal of desire. I've done the work around it, and which is amazing, but it's also like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Like, do I have the time? And that really is just a test from the universe. That overwhelm that you start to feel when things start picking up in your life is simply a test from the universe to ask you, okay, you've asked for all this stuff, can you really handle it? Show me that you can handle it. And it's just a constant process of signaling to the universe, yes, I can fucking handle it, everything that you throw at me. So like, obviously I'm talking about my own experience and where I'm at in my life right now. But, we're all at different stages. And if you are at that stage where you're just like, I just need to manifest that self-love, and you've started doing that a bit more, and the empowerment is starting to come in, but the doors are starting to open in different ways, it's a case of not going, oh God, this is scary, I'm feeling overwhelmed, so I'm going to just kind of slow this down, I'm going to shut this down, I'll think about it another time, I'll come back to it. Rather than doing that, it's facing it head on and going, okay, all of these things are coming to me because I've freaking asked for them. So I'm going to show the universe that I can handle them, right? It's honestly a case of just speeding that energy up. So I always say, like, when your energy speeds up, so do you, right? So do your desires. Everything starts coming in when you speed up that energy. And we can be taught often just to kind of like give up, if things start getting a bit overwhelming, I'll just stop, and again, this is where your intuition can get confusing, because if your body's gone into kind of fear mode because it's like, oh God, this is a scary next level thing, then you can get confused and think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, right? Maybe I should just be stopping and be, tapping more into that feminine and just stopping and allowing things, which is absolutely fine. This is part of the process, but also that fear mode that you feel in your body sometimes, it's going to be there whenever you step into that level. So it's about kind of understanding that even if you do feel that, don't slow it down. Like, speed the energy up and show the universe that you're ready, and flow into your next level with that ease and with that and quickly, rather than kind of making it this slow process. And guys, you can still be in that feminine energy and stop and have those days off that you need and still have a sped up energy. Like, you can do them both at the same time. You don't have to stop on these and have these self-care days and be like, okay, I'm just going to completely stop. Like, your energy can still be buzzing even in those days. Like, I like to completely kind of exhaust my energy bank in a day to the point where I'm like, I know I have taken all of the juicy action that I can take towards this thing, and I have stepped up and I've showed the universe I can handle this, and now I get to fucking relax, right? And now I get to top my energy bank back up, rather than it being I'm just going to be really slow, I'm going to just be continuously slow, and then suddenly getting to a point where you're like, I'm fucking bored, or why is this not happening for me? Well, it's because you're not letting your energy speed up, right? So it's about finding that perfect balance of the two, because you have to stop, and you have to assess your shadows. You have to go into that shadow work, and it's a case of allowing that and allowing yourself to acknowledge what needs to happen next, but then never slowing down, because why? It's boring. Do you know what I mean? It is boring. It is good to feel sped up, to feel energized, to feel pumped and ready, and show the universe that you're ready. So basically, if you're doubting yourself, start speeding the energy up again. Start putting that fire behind it again and going, actually, do you know what? No, I can do this. I am capable of this, and I am ready for this. And, just understanding your body in that way is just so important, because sometimes we just need to check in with ourselves. We can get to that point where we're like, okay, no, my body clearly needs to rest, and it's an excuse sometimes. It really is. And but I'm saying this because I do it so often. I'll go, right, okay, this is my body telling me I need to stop, but actually it's not. That's an ego thing. That is literally a shadow thing coming in, telling me to stop. I can handle it, right? So the mantra that you just need to keep telling yourself is, I can fucking handle this. And then, of course, understanding when you do really need to stop and top that energy bank back up, because we're freaking human and we need that flow and we need that time. But understanding what's the shadow coming in and what's your higher self actually telling you, this is what I need right now, right? Because a lot of the time I see it so often in my clients, I see it so often in friends and family, where they're frustrated and they're bored at life, and it's because they are finding excuses not to do the things that they want to be doing because of the doubt, because they're scared, right? And that's what this work is all about. It's helping you overcome all of that mindset stuff so that you can get all of that crap out the way and just freaking go for it and speed it all up. And another thing here, guys, is that you have to get ready for it, right? So it's one thing just kind of telling the universe that you're ready for it and that you can handle it. And it's another thing actually kind of prepping, because if you want to be ready for something, then you've got to either practice it or prep it, or know your lines. Let's say if you've got an audition, you've got to know your lines, or if you're running a workshop in your business, you've got to know what you're going to say and feel prepared for it. So this is part of being ready for it. It's that preparation process. So you've got to just ask yourself, if there's stuff in your life that desires that you have that are still not come into your life yet, right? I've got so many big goals, because remember, dream big. But let's say, for example, you want to make more money and it's just not happening for you. Well, you've got to ask yourself, am I even ready and prepared for the responsibility that comes with that money, right? Am I ready? And guys, I was just sitting down and doing this the other day. I was getting out my tax return because I've left it quite last minute. I thought I'd done it, but I thought I'd done it earlier. I hadn't. So I was sitting down today. I was like, frickin' hell, I've got to do this. And my tax return is huge this year. Way bigger than I've ever seen it in my whole life, because I've quantum leaped so far with my money mindset. And over the course of 8 months of starting my business, I made £100,000. That goes way beyond that tax threshold, that suddenly I've gone from having £500 tax rebates because I've been making absolutely nothing as an out of work actress, to probably having a 10 grand tax bill, right? Which is crazy. But I had to. The reason that the money came in for me in the first place was because I got prepared for that. I got ready for that. I started to embody that wealthy person that would have that kind of responsibility before I even had it, right? And that's how you signal that you're ready. Okay, so again, another example, let's say you are an actor and you want to be a famous actor. Well, are you actually ready for the visibility that's going to come with that, right? Maybe you're an influencer. Are you ready for your social media to blow up? Are you ready for everybody to know you? Are you really ready for that? And you've got to dig deep into those shadows, because on the surface, you might be going, yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait for that. But then beneath, you might have some subconscious beliefs going, oh my God, I'm fucking scared of that, right? For whatever reason. And you've got to work through that in order to vibrationally signal that you are ready. I don't know, another example could be you're an entrepreneur, you're a coach yourself, and you really, really want more clients in your business, and they're not coming in for some reason. That could be because subconsciously you are not ready for the responsibility of looking after all of those other people, right? Maybe you're not ready for that. Maybe you need to do some more work around that. And by the way, guys, you are ready. You always have been ready. This is the process of this work. It's about getting rid of all of those blocks that are holding you back from being ready. So those are the sorts of questions you've got. So basically, the question you've got to ask yourself is, am I ready? More than anything. I mean, I'll give you a bit of homework to journal out on for this week. Just journal out on your desire and just ask yourself that question. Am I even ready for this? What's lurking beneath that could be stopping me right now, that could be blocking me? And I need to get honest with that. Get honest with yourself. And guys, this is all part of the process. This is literally what I'm teaching you, is how to do that work. And actually, a side note on the shadow work, for those of you that don't even know anything about shadow work, I can do a whole podcast episode on this, because it's so freaking necessary. This is part of the manifestation process. If you don't know how to do this work and dive in deep to those places and pull these shadows apart, then you are going to find it so difficult to move in easily into that next level. So it's literally, I go in deep on it in my academy, because basically, if we want to have that amazing abundant life that we all want to live, then we've got to do this stuff. And this is the stuff I have been going in on recently myself, because Obviously, I practice what I preach. I'm always doing this shadow work. This inner work never stops. And it becomes a really freaking enjoyable process. Like, I'm excited to pull out these shadows. I'm excited to find out what's like blocking me now, because this is part of my expansion. And it means that I'm going to step further and further into my next level self. And that's exciting. So just as a recap then, guys, for this whole episode, like, the main premise here, the main key here to actually leveling up in your life and your career or anything is that you tell the universe you can handle it. It's that you figure your stuff out so that you can handle it, and then you just keep speeding that energy up. Keep speeding it up. Don't slow yourself down. You can do it. You have always been capable of doing it, right? And however messy it gets, however messy it feels in this up-leveling process, you know, whatever contrast is thrown at you, or, you know, however deep you're having to dive into the shadow work, like, you can handle it, right? It's just the mantra that you live by for the rest of your life now. I can fucking handle this. And actually, guys, if you do feel like you are ready, like maybe you've listened to this episode and you've been like, damn, I want to speed my energy up. Like, that's what has been missing. Like, I have been sitting for too long now thinking that I should just like slow things down, but actually I want to speed up. I want to call things in. I want to do this now. Then I'm just going to put in my show notes, I'm going to put the interest list for my academy, because doors are going to be opening again very, very soon. So I may as well just put it in here now. If you are interested in joining the Mindset Miracles and Manifestation Academy this January 2022, kicking off the year with a bang, then put your name down there, because I'm going to be basically getting in touch with you all very, very soon, for those of you that have already put your names on that list. And because everybody that has put their name on that list, you all get a nice juicy offer off the academy as well. So basically, if you're interested and you want to be in for the chance of that offer, put your name down and I will be in touch with you to arrange a little coffee chat. Can't wait, very exciting. And we'll get you signed up to the academy, girl, because listen, 2022 can be your year. If you want it to be your year, let's speed the energy up and let's frickin' do it. So guys, I'm going to leave it here now for the end of this episode. I'm feeling super energized right now. So I hope you all are. And as always, you know, like leave your feedback, like, you know, tag me on your Instagram stories. Let me know how you found this. Let me know if you want an episode on anything specific to do with mindset, manifestation, spirituality, anything. I'm here for it. You know I can talk. And yeah, I'm just sending you all so much love. Thank you again for your continued support and downloading this podcast. It's been great. I've just been doing it for like over a month now, but you know, had so many of you guys listening. So thank you so much. And I will see you all again next week for the next episode. Lots of love, guys. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who you think would love it too. And if you want to let me know how you found it, just screenshot this episode, add it to your Instagram story, and tag me at I am Jessica Paul so that I can throw all the love right back at you. And of course, subscribe, hit those 5 stars, and leave a review to show your support and to keep the good stuff coming. Sending you so much love and gratitude from your girl Jess.